What's going on, ninjas? This is your boy City Trades, and this is my recap of the trades I took on Thursday and Friday. The reason why I didn't get a chance to upload it is because I had to work, so I wasn't on my computer set up at home with my OBS. So, anyways, let's get to it. All right, so Thursday I took a trade. It was a very good setup. I saw it immediately, so it was very easy to spot. Right, sometimes price will give you two indications, or it might just be consolidating. So you might just be stuck and not be aware of what price is wanting to do. And you have to be patient, right? A lot of day traders can't be patient because they're always just focused on getting the money. All right, anyways, so this was my trade on Wednesday, as I already recapped it on my previous video. Okay, so price continued going down, and because of news, we made this big candle right here with wick on both sides. Okay, so this was news, FOMC on Wednesday. Okay, so I saw when price went down here on this red candle. Let me remove this. All right, when I saw price move on this candle, guys, and came back up, I was like, okay, this is the low. All right, price does not want to go any further down. So buyers were at this level, bringing price up, and then price was stuck at this level and didn't want to continue buying, so sellers took over and brought price down. So this right here was the indication, right? And it did it twice. Okay, so I'll show you guys when I mean it did it twice. So indication, and remember where these things are, arrows. Beautiful. All right, indication, beautiful. So now we have our indication, we have our support and our resistance. Remember, this is the resistance and this is the support, right? The ceiling and the floor. Now we go into the lower time frame. After we go to the lower time frame, guys, right, where we marked up in the hour, this is it. Look, price is showing you guys, hey, I want to go lower. So that's what price did. That's the indication where price is willing to go to, right? Now doing the correction, right? The correction is the opposite move. So my indication is selling, right? Bearish. Now my correction has to be what? It has to be higher highs, high lows, which is basically bullish. Okay, so let me just write it for you, or just copy and paste. Okay, so that's the indication, right? I'm sorry, that's the continuation. So the continuation is the opposite move of the indication, which you did right here. Would I continue and just buy from here? No. If my indication is telling me, hey, we're selling, that means at this level where this red line is, at the support level, that's when I'm going to sell, right? So I didn't put my alert on, but I was paying attention on NQ and gold. And once I saw this, guys, how we made a high, right? We went above the old high on the previous resistance, and then we went down, and then we came back up. But when we came back up, we couldn't go above this high, right? So that's suggesting that what? Price can't go any higher. Now we might do lower highs, right? And lower lows. So that means we're going to the bearish trend. But do I just sell right here? No, I do not. My marker of entry is where my support or my resistance is. So my indication happened here underneath this red line. So once price gets to that line, I know, okay, I need to do what? Take my entry. And then my stop loss would be up here. And my full tape TP will be here. But usually I like to go a little past the wick. And that's what I did, as you guys can see. Okay, so next, because I was late, it wasn't at this point right here. It was right here. Beautiful. Okay. So we at the 15. All right, price is going down, and I'm watching price. I was not at any drawdown at all. Okay. As you guys can see, I got in right here, and price just immediately went to my TP. All right, it was a beautiful trade. All you had to do was go into 1 hour, check your support and resistance levels, look for the indication. After looking for the indication, look for the Not the continuation. I'm still. The continuation is right here. Okay. It was a correction. Sorry, guys. Too many C's. All right, so we have the indication where price is telling you where to go, correction fixing itself, and then continuation going where the indication is, right? That's my target. So my entries where the support or my resistances, and then I'm hitting that old previous higher high or higher low. I'm sorry, lower low. All right. So that was my first trade. Okay. It was a very beautiful trade. And you know it's a beautiful trade when you did not go to your mentor and go look for advice, right? You just took the trade and then you went back to their Telegram to see, okay, did they take the same trade? Did they see something different? Did they even take a trade? And when they say, hey, if you didn't see this trade, I don't know what to tell you. So to hear and see that, man, is just like, yo, this strategy and my psychology is getting a lot better. Especially I just learned this probably like a month and a half ago, right? So now we're going to the next day, right? So that was Thursday after FOMC. Now this was yesterday, which was Friday. So we're still on the 1 hour, all right? So now I have to mark up and remove everything else. Okay. All right. So now I had to mark up another support and resistance, right? Sometimes you could continue having the same resistance and support and just drag it all the way through. And price will still use that as support and resistance, right? Sometimes it will switch it up, but those levels are still key levels, especially if they're relevant days, meaning the past 2 or 3 days, okay? All right, so now, let me remove this so you guys don't get confused. Okay, so now I have my support. I have my resistance. Okay, my ceiling is up here. And then I have my support down here. Look how price was struggling to go further down, right? The wick does the damage, but buyers was taking control over here. Then we had sellers taking control, bringing it back to support, but it couldn't break either or. So that's consolidating, right? I don't not take any trades at all. So once I had that, now I'm watching. Now we see this blue candle right here. For me, those are buys, right? Do I just hop into that? No, that's regular support and demand. So once price broke my resistance, look how price is telling you, yo, I'm bullish. I'm gonna give you some time to get your ticket, buy your ticket, so you could hop into the train or hop into this flight, right? So it's giving you the opportunity to get into the trade, right? That's how these big institutions work. It needs buyers and needs sellers at certain points. So it's collecting more money, right? It doesn't have money to buy something, so it's going to do double shifts. It's going to go back and ask for other money. So that's why the correction is going to achieve that money, go grab that money, and then that continuation. That's okay. I collected all this money from my jobs and asking people. Now I'm just gonna go to the store and buy what I couldn't buy before. Okay, so that was a correction. Correction happened right here. Okay, this is the correction, right? Selling, doing the opposite of the indication. Okay, let me write the indication so you guys don't get confused. You guys can see. Okay, so now we have the indication, we have the correction, selling, and then now, do we just get an entry? No, we have to use the support and resistance line as I entry. Okay, so again, we have the swing highs and swing lows, and what's getting broken is the swing highs, but not the swing lows. So I know I'm not looking for sales, and the reason why I'm not looking for sales is because my indication is showing me, hey, we're buying, right? So we are buying in the indication, the correction we're selling, and now I'm waiting for my entry. Where's my entry, guys? I'm gonna show you guys right here. Where's my terminus? My terminus is right here. Basically, the word for terminus means where's your TP at, right? Okay. My entry. And my stop loss. Okay. Okay, so my entry was up here. Okay. And like I said, when I have a terminus, I just don't hit it directly onto the support and resistance or the high highs and the high lows. I do a little bit more because price likes to still run, right? Give you extra points, more pips. So this is a 1-to-1. All right, so before I barely had a 1 on the previous day, but it hit TP right away, right? Where I made all that money, and then this one's a 1-to-1. Okay. So guys, look, we're gonna go to the 15 now, right? So let's go back to indication. So when we had the indication, guys, right? Price is showing me, hey, price wants to go up. It's showing me its hand. Price wants to go up. Now the correction is selling, right? And look, these lows, this lower low could not go below this low, telling me, hey, we were bearish at the moment. Now we're going to be bullish today, okay? So price hit this support. You could have got in here, right? But I missed it because I was not up at 2 a.m. in the morning in London session, okay? I was up for New York session because I live in Miami, all right? So look, now Eastern time, 8:30, 9 o'clock, is giving you the entries, guys, from 7:30 all the way to 9 o'clock, right? I waited from 8:30 to 9 o'clock to get my entry. And I got my entry at 9:30 where the volatility of the New York Open, right? That's when I got in. I would preferably get right here, but sometimes you might not get the opportunity because I didn't set my alerts, right? Or I'm just stepped away from the chart just for a second and this price moved, right? And I believe that yes, that was yesterday. Yesterday, I was driving the ambulance, so I was at work. Anyways, so this is my stop loss right here, the O support. So I don't see price going there, right? That's where I started. So then after I was driving, I got to the location of a hospital. I moved my TP here. I said, why would I move my TP here? And I answered that question for myself and said, hey, you know what? This is a lower low, right? This is the low. If I'm bullish, I do not expect price to go down here and then go up. Yes, liquidity sweeps happen. Yes, it sure does. But I do not want it to see breaking structure. That's just telling me if it does, that means I am on the wrong side. Okay. So now it went from a 1-to-1, now 1.5, right? So was I on any drawdown on this one? Right? I was on drawdown for like maybe like $300, 250, and then automatically went to TP. Okay. So this is the 15, right? I could also look in the 5. The 5 is showing me the same thing as the 15 because remember, time is fractal. What I see in a 1 minute, I'm going to see in a 2 minute, 5 minute, 15, 1 hour, 30 minutes, the daily, right? Only difference is depending on the time frame, you might have a lot of candles or a little bit of candles, but it's doing the same thing, right? It might have a little lag behind it. The hour might be extremely bullish and the 4 hour might be bullish, but everything from the 30 minutes and below might be bearish, and you're just waiting for that bearish turn into bullish for you to take that entry. That's why I waited for it to hit this line, my resistance line, my old resistance line, right? Now becoming support and taking that plane, taking that rocket to its destination, okay? So was I scared at any moment that price will go down? No. You have to remember that whenever you are in a trade, take it for what it is. Gamble the money that you're willing to lose, okay? Not the money that you have to pay rent or your car note the next day. Why would you do that, right? You won't think easily. You won't have peace of mind taking a trade because you're thinking about that money aspect, like, oh, I need this money, I can't lose it. So no, never gamble with money that you need tomorrow, okay? So I could have kept holding it, but I was satisfied with my TP at 11:20 a.m. Okay, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Did I take? I believe I took a. Oh, did I take a trade? No, I did not. I took a trade on Thursday, but I didn't take a trade on Friday with NQ. But I'll probably do another video with that. All right, see you guys later.
I just want it all right now. I just want to ball right now. Swear I want everything, everything. I just want everything, everything.